The Lakers' next move has been revealed. As following the Lakers signing Alex Len, reports have started to come out that the Lakers are not done pursuing centers, and a brand new report has dropped revealing some big information surrounding who their next signing will be. Stay tuned for all that in this episode, folks. But before we get into it, if you're a part of the percentage who aren't subscribed to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. First of all, thank you guys. We just hit 15,000 subscribers. Your guys' support has been absolutely unbelievable. So thank you for that. We're on the road now to 20,000 subscribers. So if you want to help us towards that goal and you're enjoying the multiple videos a day, keeping you up to date with everything Los Angeles Lakers related, make sure to hit that subscribe button. But ladies and gentlemen, it is the All-Star break now. We're seeing a lot of things going on surrounding Dalton, Knecht, a bunch of different things. But most importantly, we have some new information surrounding who the Lakers' next move will be, and this is in the form of the center market, because obviously we're still, we don't have any updates yet on the Jackson Hayes injury and what his future will be when it comes to playing games after the All-Star break. We're all hoping he's going to be back, but as we know, the Alex Len contract specifically was a prorated veteran minimum. I keep hammering on this in videos, which means that you are able to get, and the Lakers, assuming they make room for one more player via waiving Cam Reddish, Shake Milton, whoever it may be, they can get one more guy. And this article dropped from Joan Buha saying 3 centers emerge as Lakers' potential next targets after Alex Len signing. And I'll dive into all 3, but I'm going to be focusing on one, and that is Kelly Olynyk. And this guy is a 3-point sniper. So you can see this here. Lakers potentially interested in 3 centers who could be bought out. And they named Chris Boucher, Kelly Olynyk, and Larry Nance Jr. as names the Lakers could look to sign if they were available. All 3 players are currently under contract but have been identified as potential buyout candidates. Boucher is rim-protecting, floor-spacing center. Olynyk is a liability defensively but has a ton of offensive talent with his passing and shooting. And Nance is a solid defender who can guard multiple positions but has durability concerns at this age of his career. And obviously, all these guys are very interesting. The reason I am focusing specifically on Kelly Olynyk today is because, one, Larry Nance Jr. at this time is going to be reevaluated in 6 weeks, so he's down with an injury. And Chris Boucher is, I highly doubt he's going to be bought out, and I don't want to, feed that on to you guys. I don't think he's going to be bought out. I think the Raptors are going to keep him. However, Kelly Olynyk is a player that I do think is probably going to be bought out. There's still some, not 100% sure that it's going to happen, but there's a good chance that he is bought out. And it seems like if he is, then Lakers are in a prime position. You can see this here. Pelicans at the moment have shown no indication that they would buy out Olynyk and make him a free agent, and he has one more guaranteed deal. But the Lakers would need to waive one more player to open up a roster spot to sign someone else. Cam Reddish should be the most likely candidate here. And it's very interesting. So we know the Pelicans are a very bad team, and we're going to be focusing on Kelly Olynyk. Now, whether it's this year or, even in the future as well, Kelly Olynyk is extremely interesting. And you can see this report that was, dropped by Joan Buha before they signed Alex Len. He said, if the Lakers end up with Len, I would not feel comfortable starting Len if Jackson Hayes goes down. And then Jackson Hayes did go down, and he said, Len, I think is a fringe roster player right now. I'm personally not high in the move. I think the Lakers should probably find a better big. And this was before the injury to Jackson Hayes. This was before Len's first game, but the market has dried up. I get it optically if they just want to find their big, and that's a player, but I don't think Len is the guy. He's pretty much washed at this point, to be honest. That's what a bunch of people are saying. But focusing in on, of course, Kelly Olynyk. He is an extremely interesting player, and he is not great defensively. I'm going to make that very clear. If you've watched his game, he is pretty much a liability defensively, which I know the Lakers do need defense when it comes to the center position, but there's really no one available at this moment if they're going for a center who is, really strong defensively. You would still be rostering Alex Len on your team, and he would be the guy to guard the big men. And then, of course, Jackson Hayes, you'd hope he can, continue to play decent defensively. But Kelly Olynyk would be quite frankly, a very solid offensive upgrade at the center spot. He is a stretch 5. He is a sharpshooter. He's shooting 44% from 3 this year. Last season, he shot 38%. This guy gets buckets, whether it was with Utah, whether it was with Miami. He is a very good bench big man. And he wouldn't be, a huge, 7-footer that's going to be able to, play good defense and rebound a bunch. He is more of a offensive threat. I'm not saying that it would be a perfect fit. However, it seems like if he becomes available, the Lakers are going to be very, very much in on him simply because of the way that he shoots the ball. And at the moment, the Lakers have no stretch 5s. And if you're on a lineup out there with Luka Doncic, whoever you want to go with, Dorian Finney-Smith, Austin Reaves, LeBron, and let's say Kelly Olynyk right at the 5. Your defense is very bad. However, we do know they've been playing a lot of small ball type lineups, not a lot of physicality type lineups. If you have a lineup with LeBron, Luka, Dorian Finney-Smith, Kelly Olynyk, and then whoever else you want to throw in there, Austin Reaves, for example, it is not very good defensively, but it opens up the offense like crazy. And if you're going up, this would be a very matchup-based move if you get Kelly Olin, because you'd not be able to play him against teams that are going to try to abuse you in the paint because he's not going to be able to do it. Like, he's a fundamental defender, but he's not a very, he doesn't have the, actual tangible defensive abilities. That being said, he can shoot the ball like crazy. He's a great three-point shooter, and he would be able to stretch the floor. And if the Lakers have a stretch five, obviously we know that they had it with Anthony Davis. I'm not comparing these two players at all, obviously. But regarding shooting, if you have, spread out the floor with LeBron and Luka, I mean, the driving kicks that they would have, and let's say you put Dorian Finney-Smith in the opposing team, or even Vando, right? If you're on a big lineup with Vando, Dorian Finney-Smith, Kelly Olynyk, LeBron, and Luka, like a huge lineup, you'd be able to kind of, double down in the post-ups, match up a little bit better against the big lineups, and in certain bench lineup scenarios, or even just having Kelly Olynyk off the bench, he could provide some very much needed center offense. At the moment, again, I'm not saying you need offense with this group. You have Luka, you have LeBron, but having a center that can stretch the floor is very interesting, and that's where the report came from. And again, there's not a great chance that the Pelicans are going to buy him out this year, but there is a much better chance than a lot of the other guys that are available on the market. And again, we're talking about a bunch of different players here, whether it be Bismack Biyombo, who I made a video on yesterday. I think he's a very likely player, and I also think that Bismack Biyombo is probably a better fit. Definitely a better fit defensively for this Lakers team than Kelly Olynyk is. But Kelly Olynyk's also, out of everybody we've been talking about, if he's bought out, is the best scorer out of the bunch. He's a very solid NBA player, and he's actually a contributor. I mean, he started 19 games for the Raptors last year. He started 68 games just 2 years ago in 2022 for Utah, where he had a very solid season, averaging 6 rebounds a game. Like, this is a guy that has the potential to be a starter. Now, I don't think he's going to be a starter, just given the Lakers roster construction, but it's something to definitely keep an eye out on. And again, the Lakers have to continue to monitor the center market. If Larry Nance Jr., Kelly Olynyk, or Boucher become available, I think they should waive a second player and add one of those big men. And the person to waive is probably going to be Cam Reddish in this scenario. John Hollinger of the Athletic wrote the Hawks may want to hold on to Nance because of his bird rights, which is very valuable. I'm not talking about Nance today, of course. And Olynyk has yet to play for the Pelicans, and that's one of the big things. He was thrown in as salary filler in the Ingram trade. He has yet to play. Whether he's dealing with an injury or whatnot, they might be working out a buyout. If he gets bought out, it is a good chance for the Lakers. I mean, at this point, you're not going to find a center that's going to be great defensively and fill the holes that you have. I mean, maybe if Bismack Biyombo becomes available, you can convince yourself that that's a very solid defensive fit, which it is. But otherwise, like if you're going for best player available, Kelly Olynyk is going to be that guy, and there's no doubt, about that when it comes to the offensive side of things. And it's going to be very interesting to see what the Lakers do surrounding this last roster spot. You have to assume they're going to waive probably Cam Reddish, Shake Milton, go out and get another center, especially after Alex Len's performance, which I thought was really bad. But JJ Redick, on the other hand, said I thought he was fine. I mean, there's been a lot of that this year when we had to put guys in tough spots. We've had to put two-way guys in tough spots. We had to put Len in a tough spot. He was fine. Len revealed he did not know any of the Lakers' plays. It was a crazy 24 hours just thinking you're going to one place and then coming over here and getting signed. Came over here, played a game, just tried to stay in the moment and keep things simple. So ultimately, I'm still going to give Len a bit of a pass here. He needs to play better. Hopefully, once he learns the plays, he has a whole week now. But if he continues to play bad, the Lakers are going to be perusing the market for a bunch of different players, including Kelly Olynyk. So it's their next guy they're pursuing is the sharpshooting centers. Let us know down below what your thoughts are on this. A ton of different reports are coming out. We'll keep you up to date with all the latest news. Cheers.